On the 23rd of December 2016, members of the Calgary Support Section assisted Strategic Enforcement Unit in executing a search warrant, 2300 block of Richmond Road, Southwest. After entering the unit, the residence, an individual was arrested and charged with over 23 counts of drugs and other weapons-related offenses. Search of the residence yielded multiple different types of drugs and weapons, firearms, edged weapons, as well as body armor. We believe that the accused, David Pratico, was involved in a large-scale organization distributing fentanyl as well as other drugs. That is a huge issue in our city today. In total, over 35,000 fentanyl pills were seized inside this true stash of drugs and other criminality. Total value of that street value being over $700,000, as well as other drugs, including cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, marijuana. There was also a processing lab for transforming powder cocaine into crack cocaine inside the residence. During the arrest of the accused, he was actively fleeing from police inside the residence and attempted to grab a weapon. He was arrested safely by our experts in that field. There was also a stolen vehicle involved in this, in the detached garage. And inside the stolen vehicle, there was over $37,000 cash located. It's important to know that drugs are fueling multiple different types of crime within our city, and the Strategic Enforcement Unit is here designed for enforcing that type of criminality enforcement so that we have safer streets in Calgary. Our professional drug investigators pride themselves on their professionalism in making sure that the people that are arrested are actually tried through the courts and will spend time in jail because of these types of occurrences. It is very concerning to know that there are weapons involved in these types of drug offenses. These weapons were loaded, ready to go. Our assault-style shotguns, as well as a handgun. The handgun was located in the kitchen, where most of the drugs were also found, indicating that should anyone inside that residence be threatened by anyone else, another criminal organization attempting to steal the product, or the police, that they would use these weapons. Very concerning to us, very concerning to the public. As well, it should be noted that information starting this 1 month investigation came from the public and came from information from the public who decided that they didn't want this type of criminality in their neighborhood. This was an affluent neighborhood, Bankview, and we see this all over Calgary. And I want to make mention that being that this is the largest seizure of fentanyl in Calgary history, it's definitely not the end of what we consider to be a new style drug that is trying to take hold in the city, and we see it in our overdoses and our other types of issues surrounding social disorder based on drug use and addiction. Once again, this individual that was arrested preyed on addictions and dependency, and we will no longer tolerate this type of behavior, and hopefully he will remain in jail and then be actually sentenced appropriately. Any questions?
Can you talk about the significance of this seizure of fentanyl pills, not only in Calgary but also in the province?
Yeah, this is, as stated, it's the largest in Calgary for sure, by a long shot. It's purportedly to be one of the largest in Alberta history, and I would say I have looked, I couldn't find any other seizures of this magnitude with regards to fentanyl.
There was another drug bust on the same day in Calgary's northwest. Are these related at all? Or?
No, this is an individual operation. Members of the Strategic Enforcement Unit have numerous operations on the go at the same time, and takedown day for this one was the 23rd.
You said it's a larger organization. Does that mean more charges and more arrests are pending, or is this perhaps the tail end of a larger investigation?
This is a 1-month investigation, and we will continue to investigate further avenues involving this organization, primarily with regards to the firearms that were seized, to try and locate if they're stolen, if they were used in other crimes. We do know that the handgun is not listed as stolen, and because of that, we believe that it was smuggled into the country and illegally. And so this is something that it's not registered at all to anybody. And these are types of things that we see in these criminal organizations where these firearms become a valuable commodity to protect the product that you see in front.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've been swinging against the current for the last 18 months with fentanyl. It is hard to arrest your way out of this. Is it sort of now at a point where regular Calgarians are seeing this happening and actively coming to? Is that going to make a difference long term?
It will make a difference. We are always asking for public assistance. When they see something that's out of the ordinary in their communities, please come forward, let us know, and the investigation will target specific types of crime, criminality, and things like this result. We do have other operations that are ongoing that will not net such a large quantity of drugs and weapons, but are just as important in this effort to stop this fentanyl from taking.
Was this person on your radar prior to the tip from the public?
This person was known to the Calgary Police Service.
How would you describe the location where you found this material? Was this a place where people would go to grab drugs to go out in the community and sell it? Or did they process this stuff there? How do you describe it?
Yeah, this is an interesting stash location. When I say stash, we have a pharmacy of drugs here. We have a pharmacy of weapons and indicia indicating that there was production happening at the residence. Like I say, powder cocaine was being transitioned into crack cocaine. There's no indication that there was any fentanyl production at this residence, which is why we didn't have our specialists come in to deem the residence safe as per Health Canada.
Do we know how long this individual had lived at this residence, if they were renting, or any details?
We believe this was a rental. And once again, these are some of the after type investigations that we're going to be following up. We believe that this was a rental.
And for how long was he living there?
I couldn't say.
How high up in the organization's food chain is this guy? Is he a lower level, higher level?
An interesting question. Because of the fact that this is the largest seizure, I'm automatically going to say that this is high level. We do have indications through some of the indicia that we located to indicate this was high level and that this was not drugs that was produced in Calgary. This was brought in from another area, and that's another investigation that we will be actively following up.